So this cow had been lame for a few weeks, and we'd actually visited her a few times and couldn't find the problem. But during the last visit, I'm gonna get good at this one day, but during the last visit, we did find the problem. And today, we're back here to see how it's doing now. You're watching the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Yeah, so as I said in the intro, we'd actually trimmed this cow a couple of times and she had still been lame, and we couldn't find the issue despite our best efforts, using hoof testers and all sorts of different methods to discover where the problem was, but we still couldn't find it. However, during our last visit, we did find the problem. The trouble is, it was on the inside claw, and that is a pretty rare place for a cow to have an issue, especially on the back feet. When it comes to the front feet, believe it or not, usually the problem is on the inside claw, but we're talking about the back right claw here. As you can see, we had to remove a large portion of that outside wall on the inner claw to get to the problem. It was pretty bad, to say the least, but we trimmed everything we could out of that area and was pretty happy actually with how it turned out. So as usual, we applied the block, but this time we did it to the outer claw and we wrapped the entire thing using salicylic acid. Once she was done, this is how she was walking then. Clearly not fantastic, but I was hopeful because she was walking better than when she'd come into the crush. And finally we had found the issue. Well, fast forward to today, and it is 3 weeks later. She's back in the crush with her wrap and her block still on, and we're just about to discover the fruits of our labour. I know Christmas is over, but whenever you unwrap a cow's foot that you wrapped a couple of weeks ago, it's like opening a present. You just don't know what's inside, and you're hoping for something good. Right, here we go. Oh, that came off easy. Look, you can see these are biodegradable wraps, which is why we can leave them on for so long. They just start, oh, you little mullet. It is, isn't it? No. So they actually just start to disintegrate, so they never cut into a cow's foot, which is fantastic. Traditional bandages are made of some kind of polyurethane, I would assume, but they're plastic basically, and they don't break down, and what they do is constrict and eventually hurt cows' feet. Right. Oh. What?
Do. Sorry, it was funny. It was.
Anywho, right, I think we'll give this a wash. Right, so here is how it was looking last time. Pretty raw and open. And as all this muck washes away with this hugely powerful volume wash, you can start to see the improvements. It hasn't completely healed though, I don't think. You can definitely see it's slightly open. It was a massive relief when I found this last time, because it'd been, quite frankly, doing my head in that I couldn't find the issue. I think it's actually going to go slightly higher up the wall as well this time. Oh. In terms like this, you're scared you undo all of the progress that you made during the first one. But you do need to get rid of all this little detached hoof horn. You see, during that first trim, I would talk about how I didn't want any hard edges or anything like this because it can keep tracking. Well, even when you completely fade it away, it still can track. And that is partly what's happened here. Okay, from this angle, I can see it definitely is still slightly open. I've seemed to be saying this a lot lately, but that hoof horn is so hard. Just need to pare away this wall to reduce that slight cavity that's in there. I'm not quite getting the piece of hoof horn that I'm wanting. Oh, just about came away there actually. Dish this bit out a little bit more. There's a very slight separation right here at the tip of my knife. And I just want to fade away completely before swiping up on this part to lift away. Ah, great. The back of my knife, the dull side, has touched the corium, causing this to happen. Of code brown happening in the background there. It just shows how delicate the corium is. I just touched it and look at that. I would have been wrapping this hoof anyway, even if that red stuff hadn't appeared. This is a hoof well on her way to recovery. And just look how she's walking now, but she clearly still has some way to go.